Trams in Poznań is a tramway operated by Miejskie Przedsiębiorstwo Komunikacyjne W Poznaniu Sp.z. It currently has 20 daytime lines, 1 night line, and 1 tourist line served by historical vehicles. The tram system consists of about 66 kilometers of route, operating on 1,435 mm standard gauge track. With a few exceptions, the tram lines operate on double tracks rail. In local Poznań dialect, trams are called bimba. History. Horse trams. The idea of trams in Poznań was brought to fruition by two businessmen from Berlin, Otto Raymer and Otto Masch. After receiving concessions from the town authorities on the 30th of July 1880, they began running a horse tram in Poznań. On the next day, the first regular line transported passengers from the main train station via W. Marcin St. Martin Street, Rycerska, Ritter Street, Place Wilhelmowski, Wilhelmsplatz to Rynek Ring. The route was soon lengthened from Rynek Ring to Butelska, Buttle Street, Wielkie Garbery, Gross-Gerber Street, Gwaliszowo to Ostrotomski. At the same time, a branch was built via Victoria Street, Clark Królewski, Königsplatz, Fredrikowska, Friedrich Street, Wilhelmowski, Wilhelmsaal, Siegta, Siegt Street, and Wolnica, Male Garbery, Kleiner Gerber Street, Sivska, Siroka, Bright Street, to Wielkie Garbery, Gross Gerber Street, where it joined the older route. Despite the need for modern public transport in the city, after a few weeks the company found itself on the edge of bankruptcy. There were two reasons for this. Firstly, the branch route had too few passengers, and secondly, all the signs in the trams were only in German, leading to a boycott by the Polish majority. The financially troubled company was bought by the Poznań Horse Railway Society, which obtained a concession and monopoly on tram transportation in the city. At the time, there were only 20 cars in service. In September 1880, the society bought part of the site of the former train station in Jeżyce suburb, where a tram depot was built. In 1896, 2 new routes were built. The first ran from Rynek Ring via Wrocławska, Breslau Street, Place Piotra Petersplatz, Polwayska to Brama Wilder Thor. The second went from the tram depot in Gadzowa through Zwyśniaka, Zoologiska Street, Jadwigi, Hedwig Street, to Rynek Jeżycmarkt. After 1 year, extended via Wielka Berlinska, Gross Berliner Street, to the chemical factory on Polna Feld Street. Both routes were already built to carry heavier electric cars. Electric trams. On the 6th of March 1898, horse trams were replaced by electric ones. At this time there were 3 lines. White like the old horse tram from the train station via Rynek Ring to Ostrotomski. Red, from Rynek Jeżycmarkt via Jadwigi, Hedwig Street, Zwyśniaka, Zoologiska Street, W. Marcin St. Martin Street, and along the old horse tram route to Rynek Ring and Brama Wilder Thor. Yellow, from the train station like the White Line, but only as far as the intersection of Siroka, Bright Street, and Wielkie Garbery, Gross Gerber Street. In April, a 4th line was added, green, from Rynek Ring via W. Marcin St. Martin Street, and the new route on Glogowska Street, to Gorchin suburb. A ticket cost 10 or 20 pfennigs, and after 11 p.m. the price was doubled. In 1899, a second track was added to the routes on Rynek Ring and Wielka Berlinska, Gross Berliner Street. Before World War I, the tram network was extended to the municipal slaughterhouse on Ul, Wielkie Garbery, Gross Gerber Street, to Plac Sapiezinski, Sapiecha Platz, to Brama Dubinska, Eichwaldthor, to Rodka, Solach and Debiek. New routes were also built in the center of the city, including overpasses over the railway tracks, most Tralny and most Warkowy. Between the wars, new routes were built to Golison, Debiek, Debina, Ogrady, Grunwald and Winery. In this same period, some routes in the narrow streets of the Old Town were closed. A planned route to Glona was cancelled due to the opening in 1930 of a trolley bus line there. After WW2, during the Battle of Poznań in 1945, most of the cars and tracks were destroyed. Tram transportation was partially restored 2 years after the war, in 1947, though only on the left bank of the Warta. The tracks in the Old Town were not rebuilt, but a new route was laid via Plac Bernardinsky. The first post-war tram on the right bank appeared in 1952, when the new Marchlewski Bridge was opened. In the following years, new routes connecting different districts and bypassing the center of city were built. 1955 to 1957 via Ul, Marchlewski Ego, 1968 to 1973 via Ul, Przybyszewski Agard Ul, Remonta and Ul, Hetmanska, 1974 to 1977 from Plac Wielkopolski via Ul, Male Garbery Ul, Estkowski Ego to Rondo Rodka, 1983 to 1985 from OS. Leka via Ul, Jedno Slowianskie to Ul, Hetmanska. Also some lines to peripheral districts were built, 1949, 1950 to the communal cemetery in Junikowo, 1957 to 1964 via Ul, Pulaski Ego and Ul, Winogrady to Ul, Wilczek. 1955 from Ratayu to the Stommel factory in Starlica. In 1967 extended to Poznań Starlica train station. 1959 to Zawody via Rodka with a branch to OS. Warsawski extended in 1974 to Milostowo. 1979 to Czartowo and Osiedleka, 1980 to Winery and Ul, Piatkowska. A revolution for public transport in Poznań was brought about by the opening in 1997 of the 6.1 kilometers long Poznański Szybki Tramwaj route, nicknamed Pestka by locals. Currently there are several plans for extension of the network, at different stages of preparation. Of great importance for tram transportation in Poznań was the General Strategy for City Development from 1994. According to this document, trams are to serve as the fundamental mode of transport in the city. Since then, during renovations of streets and traffic lights, trams have been given right-of-way at intersections. The newest route was opened on the 14th of August 2007. It is the first section of the so-called Ratajski Szybki Tramwaj. The new route connects Plac Wiosny Ludo via Ul, Podjorna Ul, Dabora Muzniki Agard Ul, Mostowa Most SW, Russia and Ul, Kornica 2 Ul, Jana Paula 2, cars. In regular service, Constal 105 Na, Duwag GT6, Duwag GT8, Modrus Beta since 2011, Tatran RT6N1, Siemens Combino, Solaris Tramino, bidirectional cars, useful during track work when loops are not available, Constal 105 NADK, Duwag GT8ZR, historical cars, horse car Herbrand B3 H0 built in 1880, Constal N upgraded to Constal 4NJ, Constal 102N, Constal 102 NA, Constal 13N, Constal 105N, cars awaiting renovation, Constal N, Constal 13N, retired cars, Constal 105N, 2. Tram lines. Plans for further extension. Currently in Poznań there are several plans to extend the tram network. Some of them are only planned, others are under construction. Extension of route from Ogrody along Al. Dabrowskiego to Al. Polska with new tram bus station at the end of the route. Extension of Poznański Szybki Tramway under Mosteralny to Poznań Główny train station and connection with the rest of the tram network in the area of Dworzec Zachodni. Extension of route from Zawody alongside Al. Zawody and Al. Glona to train station Poznań WS Chod. Extension of route from Debiek via Al. 28. Chera 1956 Al to OS. Debina. New route via Al. Ratchaka Place. Cyrilla Radzyckiego Al. Solna and Al. Nowowskiego. New route to OS. Kopernika alongside Al. Arciszewskiego and Al. Pogodna and new route on Al. SZ Pytelna and Al. Grochowska. New route from Rondo Egers to Al. Falista. New route from Al. Garbary through Al. Silegowska and Al. Naramowice to Naramowice connected with existing line to Al. Wilczek. Gallery.